Welcome to the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors annual general meeting. Due to the circumstances right now in the world, we're unable to meet in person, and we're hoping to push that to this spring and get something done. But for right now, we're going to do it virtually. And virtual has its advantages, folks. We get it done quick and fast, and we roll over our board. Before I turn it over to Matt, I'm just going to say that this meeting will be 30 minutes long, in and around that. And we'll have some awards given out. We'll thank our board members that are rolling off the board, and then we'll welcome our new board members. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Matt to call the meeting to order. NAILD's President, Matt Thiesing.
Hello, this is Matt Tessing, President of NAILD. I'd like to call this meeting to order and introduce the current board members, Brian Edmondson, Jeff Nefus, Spencer Miles, Alan Karen, Doug Nebelsberger. And then, as first and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for joining our meeting today. And I'm hoping that this is the last virtual version of our general meeting that we ever have to do. Second, I'd like to thank Spencer. He was stuck in the inevitable position of deciding how to run an organization from a distance, and his leadership left us in great position to continue operating our best organization in our field. I'm also proud to say, as president of NAILD, I've been involved in a number of different things. One of them being the lucky 13 new members brought in this past year, and then being involved with the LS1, LS2 education program that is the best in our industry. And then we also added the supplemental LS Evolve to all of our membership. And then I'd also like to point out the work that we've done with the International Dark Sky Association, being responsible to help cause better environment for outdoor lighting. The committee members have authored and have made waves all around the industry. Our Starving for Darkness series has won awards and charted around the world. So it matters, and us as members of NAILD feel that really do believe that it does matter. The next thing I'm going to do is announce some award winners. The first one is the Paul Hafner Award, and that's Clay Otto was the one that won this award. Clay was a former president of NAILD and he was also a board member. His 8 years of service with the association, 7 as a board member and 1 as a president. And he just was a great working member of the board. He some of the things he did a lot with the membership and the board was that he understood the bylaws of the association, and he kept NAILD financially stable by remaining cognizant of keeping NAILD in the black. And so I'd like to congratulate Clay Otto for the Paul Hafner Award.
And so for right now, we're going to show, there he is. Oh.
Good afternoon to all my friends and colleagues in the NAILD world. This is Clay Otto from Starbeam Lighting in St. Louis. I have just been informed that I am this year's winner of the Paul Hafner Award for service in the lighting industry. This may be hard for some of you to believe, but I'm speechless. Well, almost speechless. You see, this is a true honor, and I am honestly overwhelmed. For those of us who had the privilege to learn from Paul, to work with Paul, and most importantly, enjoy Paul's company and friendship, receiving this award means the world to me. Again, I would like to thank all the NAILD members, those who are serving on the board or have served on the board in the past, for being such an integral part of an organization that has been a huge part of my life and a great part of the success of Starbeam Lighting. Now everyone, it's time to get back to work. We have a planet to save, 1 watt at a time. Thank you again, and I hope to see all of you soon.
Thank you. The next award that we have is the Gary Root Award. And this is for personality in the lighting business. And Corey Schneider has won this award. He's the winner of that award. And if any of you guys know Corey, which I've known Corey because I was on the board together with Corey, and we went through a lot of interesting things together. He's a cool guy, fun to hang out with, and he has great characteristics, and he's very innovative in the lighting industry. He's instrumental in helping save NAILD Association and helping get us back on track, and he's very active in prospering the association. He's an innovator in the lighting industry, and he's running a family business with his father and doing an excellent job.
Wow. Thank you so much for the Gary Root Personality and Lighting Award. It's a huge honor. Gary was an amazing guy. I knew him for many years. His kids, Jesse and Doug, great guys over at Atlanta Light Bulb. And it's an honor to be receiving this award. Hopefully next time we could all be in person doing this at the next NAILD convention next year. Thank you so much. It's a great honor. Appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, Corey. The next piece of business is swearing in Brian as the new president. So the oaths go as followed. I,
Brian Amundsen,
do solemnly swear to uphold and enforce the bylaws of NAILD
do solemnly swear to uphold and enforce the bylaws of NAILD
and to execute all duties of the president of the board to the best of my abilities.
and to execute all duties of the president of the board to the best of my abilities.
I swear I will not abuse this position,
I swear I will not abuse this position,
the association as a whole, or any of its members for personal gain.
the association as a whole, or any of its members for personal gain.
I promise to show due respect to the members of the board
I promise to show due respect to the members of the board
and to always act with their advice and best interest in mind.
and to always act with their advice and best interests in mind.
I accept this gavel as a symbol of authority being granted to me, and thank you all.
I accept this gavel as a symbol of the authority being granted to me. Thank you all.
Here you go, Greg.
I'll give it over to Brian. There you go. All right. Congratulations, Brian. Thank you, Matt. Okay, so Brian, we're just going to say goodbye to Alan Karen and thank him, and Spencer Miles. It has been a pleasure, brother. That's you signing out for the last time, and we're just going to wait for Devin Wall to log in before you start, Brian. Just going to wait for Devin. He should be here in a minute. Okay. Well, Devin, in the meantime, while we're waiting for Devin, I'll just try to kill some time here. As the host of the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast, I should be pretty good at this. But, Matt, it's been very great to work with you. And I think that, over the last 2 years, this association has really accomplished a lot. And if it wasn't for such a great board, especially people like Spencer and Corey that served before you, where would NAILD be? And so we're very thankful for your service in that. And we're excited to see what Brian's going to cook up in the next year. We'll give Devin another minute or two to get in here. I don't know where he's at. He was in early there a second ago. Are we? Hang on.
There he is.
All right, Brian, it's all yours, bud.
All right. Well, we'll start with Brian. Please repeat after me.
Oh, where's Brian? Alan's back in. Alan, we got to say bye to you, bud. You kicked out Brian. So he logged back in. Okay, we got to get Brian Huff back in. Why don't you go ahead and start with Devin then, Brian?
All right, we'll start with Devin.
I, Devin Wall,
do solemnly swear to abide by the bylaws of the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors,
do solemnly swear to abide by the bylaws of National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors,
and to serve the advisory board to the best of my abilities.
and to serve the advisory board to the best of my abilities.
I swear not to abuse my position,
I swear not to abuse my position,
the association as a whole,
the association as a whole,
or any of its members for personal gain.
or any of its members for personal gain.
I promise to show due respect to the members of the board and to always act with their advice and best interest in mind.
I promise to show due respect to all fellow board members and to always act with the best interest of all NAILD members in mind. Thank you all.
Okay.
So we're just waiting for Brian to get back in. Congratulations, Devin. You made it. Did you
Thank
run
you,
last
guys.
year?
Really
You ran
appreciate
last year as well, didn't you?
Dougie beat me out.
Well, you know what? I think that you won 70% of the vote, but the Brian got 52%, or it was real close on the distributor side between the two candidates.
Wow.
So Brian, yeah, it came in pretty close. There he is. All right, Brian, back to you.
Okay. You're up, Brian.
I, Brian Huff,
do solemnly swear to abide by the bylaws of the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors,
do solemnly swear to abide by the bylaws of the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors,
and to serve the advisory board to the best of my abilities.
and to serve the advisory board to the best of my abilities.
I swear not to abuse my position,
I swear not to abuse my position,
the association as a whole,
the association as a whole,
or any of its members for personal gain.
or any of its members for personal gain.
Welcome to the board.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Brian, do you have a few words for us for the association?
I do. So thank you for joining today. I'm Brian Amundsen, Pacific Lamp Wholesale. We're in Beaverton, Oregon. I just want to say this is a real honor to be part of the board and to be president this year. I don't take it lightly. The past owner of Pacific Lamp Wholesale was a founding member in 1977 of NAILD, and I'm pleased to be able to continue to honor this association. I joined NAILD because what we do is we really have best interest in pushing the entire industry forward more than anything else. More than anything, we really put innovation first. My time on the board has been instructive on that ideal. I want to carry that as far as I can into next year. Matt had mentioned the work from our distributor committee on dark sky friendly lighting. It was great to lead the group. I really believe these discussions we had generated principles the rest of our association can use moving forward. I want responsible outdoor lighting to be a cornerstone of our members' operations, and partnerships Matt has started are an opportunity for all of us to do good business. In a few years, the rest of the world, I think, will look at our vendor and distributor members' projects as examples of how to light the night the best way in a responsible manner. Beyond that, I want every lamp and fixture our members work on to be the very best possible, not just in terms of energy use, but in creating a better environment. What we are working on outdoors at night can be brought indoors around the clock. My next goal is to start a revolution in sensible, comfortable, responsible light. I intend to lead this association into new partnerships and researchers and regulators to create best practices to illuminate the indoor world. We can make our homes and workspaces better with flicker-free, smart home systems, circadian-friendly lighting. It's a pleasure to be able to serve the board and our community. Thanks to Matt Thiesing, our newest addition to the board, and everyone working right now to make NAILD the best business association there is. I thank you, and I look forward to this opportunity.
All right. Well, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. I think we pulled it off in 15. So that's how we do it around here. We get her done. Brian, if you want to go ahead and close the meeting, and then we'll sign off.
The meeting is officially closed.